does Texas A&M truly deserve to be ranked as high as they are? When we're comparing the Alabamas and the Georgias of the conference to their strength of schedule. Chance, why don't you start off? Or go ahead, Chance.
So I think that they definitely deserve their ranking because they're one of the few undefeated teams left. And, when you compare it to the other two undefeated teams, they still have a better schedule than them. I mean, Indiana has the only, I would say, good win on their resume, and it's Oregon. And beyond that, they've played nobody. Ohio State, while they're crushing everybody they play, they've played nobody. So the only three teams that have made it through to this point and are still unblemished technically in the loss column are those three teams. So I think of course they're appropriately rated. Unfortunately, they would have had a decent record, but a decent strength of schedule, but LSU decided to suck. So that hurt them quite a bit. And I don't know. It's hard to say with the Aggies at any point. I don't want to hype them up too much, just like all of their fans. I don't want to hype them up too much because then they'll fall apart for some reason against nobody. They'll somehow manage to make it a game against Samford this week. I don't like it. It's very interesting watching their quarterback play because he went from straight up throwing the ball straight to the defense to just throwing absolute dimes the whole second half. Two things really impressed me about that game. One is how their fans stayed at halftime down.
Dude, they were unflappable, man.
They were still, that whole crowd was still there. I was amazed. That does not happen for other teams. I know they were undefeated, so you got to kind of ride it out. But for example, LSU, when they were down to A&M like that, they were gone. They were gone, and that's a notoriously loyal fan base. And they're like, nope, get Kelly out of here. And then two, whatever Mike Elko said to them at halftime, that impresses me because I truly, it doesn't make any sense how I'll say that I give myself 90% of the credit because the second I started watching the game, really watching the game, not just having it on, they started scoring every single drive. And I was like, you're welcome. You're welcome, Aggies fans. So I don't know. It's a hard team to dissect truly, but they definitely deserve their rank. And if they beat Texas, they should be up there. So
yeah, I'm one of those people who give me results on the field and what you've done. Don't give me this, hey, this other team has these guys and 5 stars and whatnot, even though their ranking's worse, right? Or hey, their eye test looks better than this one. A&M's undefeated, and what they hold on to is the Notre Dame win. That's the big kicker for Texas A&M right now, is that they can flaunt, hey, we went on the road and we beat that team. That's what
don't mention kickers.
Too soon, Chance, to bring up kickers.
Notre Dame fans, how do you
dare you, sir?
Sorry, but I mean that's what they've got, right? Now, I think Texas A&M deserves their rank. If they win out, they deserve at least a top 3 seed on there. Marcel Reed, if he can get one more game in him against Texas, probably deserves the Heisman. So they deserve everything. That being said, do I trust this Texas A&M team? Not as a top 4 team myself. Do they deserve it? Yes, put them there. But I think there's too many cracks. There's too many times that they've done this, and give them the credit for coming back and doing it and everything. But I think there's too many cracks that people are going to be able to expose. And again, if you look at their SEC schedule, everybody draws a line. They're like, hey, right here, Texas A&M has played all these teams. They haven't played any of these teams. And it's true. They haven't been tested like everybody else has. So, yeah, I think that's going to come back and bite them in the postseason. But for now, give them their kudos. Give them all the awards. Give them everything. They deserve it.